Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Kortensia.
So today I'm the weather guy. So we
You are.
begin with a brief look at the weather. Partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. The high is 86 and the low is 70. Yeah, it's the weekend. It's Friday.
It is.
All right, looking forward to some nice weather on the weekend?
We might have rain.
Might have rain?
Yeah.
Do you rest a lot?
Huh?
Do you rest a lot on the weekend or do you work?
On the weekend?
Yeah.
Work. That's my one day to get everything completed. But I do sleep in late, so my work maybe starts at 12.
Okay, there's some redemption for Kortensia, guys. Right. So we move on now to the latest.
And the first story in the local news, this from SKNIS. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, said that his government remains committed to fiscal prudence and strong economic management as the country rebounds from significant challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2019, statistics from the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board indicate that a record 30,487 persons were contributing to the scheme. 1,300 contributors were listed as self-employed, while 29,181 were employees. Total wages at the time stood over $1 billion, the highest ever recorded. The numbers fell dramatically in 2020 as lockdowns and other COVID-19 restrictions essentially forced a pause to economic activity in St. Kitts and Nevis and countries around the world. Dr. Timothy Harris noted on February the 15th edition of Leadership Matters, and I quote, "I don't think anyone foresaw COVID-19 and the damage it would do or the uncertainty that it would create," he continued. "It has been a tough 2 years with challenges we never expected. The good news is that the leadership and resilience of St. Kitts and Nevis stood out, and we managed COVID-19 very well, notwithstanding our small size, fragile health system, and economy." We did a great job.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I absolutely do. All right, the second story on the local news. Melby's appointment as tourism ambassador already creating international buzz about Nevis, and this from the Nevis Island administration by way of press release. Several international media agencies and entertainment websites have published articles about Spice Girl Melby's appointment as the UK tourism ambassador for Nevis, creating a buzz about the island paradise in key tourism markets. Spice Girl Melby Brown posted a photo on Instagram of her Nevision family in her younger years. Melanie Melby Brown, MBE, is a British singer, actress, and television personality who rose to fame in the 1990s as a member of the girl group Spice Girls, in which she was nicknamed Scary Spice. Melby's father, the late Martin Brown, was born on Nevis, and the celebrity has been visiting the island since childhood. The Daily Mail UK quotes the singer as saying, "I feel incredibly honored to be asked to be an ambassador for Nevis." Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, Minister of Tourism in the Nevis Island Administration, NIA, hailed Melby's appointment as a brand ambassador as a marketing coup for the Nevis Tourism Authority, the NTA, and the island of Nevis. My favorite part of that story is Melby. Spice Girl, music in my head.
But you realize Nevis in plenty things?
Well, Nevis is always a lot of things.
Nevis real nice.
Right. You want to move?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Laws, court list, and voters list available online. This from Win Media. The Team Unity government over the past 7 years have believed in the rule of law and the principle of good governance, said Attorney General, the Honorable Vincent Byron Jr. The Attorney General was speaking on the program Leadership Matters on Tuesday night, February 15th. And I quote, "We have upheld and continue to uphold the universal principles that the government and its officials and agents are accountable under the law. But the laws are clear, publicized, stable, fair, and protect fundamental rights, including the security of persons and their property, that the process by which the laws are enacted, administered, and enforced is accessible, fair, and efficient." End quote. The Attorney General outlined some improvements made to the justice system. And I quote, "Since 2015, we have enhanced the administration of justice with the addition of a second High Court judge in Basseterre and constructed a second High Court judicial chamber, which allows the dedication of a judge to civil court matters and a judge to criminal court matters." So this brings us to the end.
Yeah, this does bring us to the end of the latest. A lot of things going on.
Plenty.
Yeah, great. So yeah, we are at the end of the latest in local news. We'll be back in a moment with more of the latest in regional and international news. Stay tuned.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
And we're back. You're watching Good Morning SKN. We now move on to the latest.
All right, so we have the latest in regional news. This from the Jamaica Observer. The Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, has become the first court in the region to be accepted into the prestigious International Consortium for Court Excellence, the ICCE. The ICCE is an international network of courts and other organizations with expertise in court and judicial administration dedicated to ensuring high-quality service delivery. Just a few months shy of its 17th anniversary in April 2022, the CCJ has joined the ranks of other long-established organizations such as the Supreme Court of Singapore and the National Center for States Court of the United States that also belong to the ICCE. The ICCE was first introduced to the CCJ by its former president, Sir Dennis Byron, in 2016. Following an objective self-assessment undertaken by the court, several projects were subsequently initiated to address limitations identified from the assessment. Interesting stuff.
I know. We're going global.
Well, hey.
As I said, I always say this, we're taking over one CDN.
Definitely so. All right, so time now for the latest in international news.
Heavy rains, landslide kill scores in Brazilian mountain city. This from CNN. At least 105 people have died in the Brazilian mountain city of Petrópolis, local officials said Wednesday, after heavy rains triggered landslide that washed out streets, swept away cars, and buried homes. Another 134 persons are missing, according to the Civil Defense of Rio, and officials say there is no official estimation for the death toll, which keeps increasing as the rain continues. Rainfall on Tuesday afternoon alone was more than the historical average for the whole of February, according to the Civil Defense of Rio. Floodwaters raced through landslide neighborhoods, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Brazil's Civil Defense Secretariat said on Tuesday that 269 landslides have been recorded. CNN affiliate CNN Brazil reported. Search and rescue teams on Wednesday were wading through mud, scanning the wreckage for survivors. The National Civil Defense said it had saved 24 persons, but more than 439 persons had lost their homes, and rescue efforts were ongoing.
Oh.
Sad.
Yeah, it is. But there's hope. I'm sending up prayers and thoughts, of course, to the rescue workers and the families there. Sad state of affairs in Brazil.
All the people of Brazil.
Yes, but thankfully there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're still searching. So.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to the end of the latest. We will be back to converse with each other and our guests when we return. Stay tuned.
Next, please. How are we today?
We are okay. I brought in Bobby to get her first HPV vaccine to secure her from this cancer-causing menace. I'm just trying to make sure my girls have a chance at enjoying life, you know?
You look unsure about something. Are you okay?
I'm a little nervous. My boyfriend found a lump here the other day, and now I'm freaking out.
I understand how you feel, but let's take care of Bobby first. First, let me explain about this vaccine, the HPV vaccine. The HPV vaccine protects both boys and girls. This vaccine can prevent most cases of cervical cancer and some cases of sexually transmitted infections. Mommy, that's it for Bobby. Can we talk privately for a few minutes? It's really good that you told me about your boyfriend finding the lump. I'm glad that you weren't too scared. Mommy, when was the last checkup? Which includes your breast examination and the pap smear.
Honestly, I don't know anything about pap smears. Is that something you do during childbirth? Because if that's the case, I would have done it twice, right?
A pap smear is an examination of your vagina and pelvis area. It should be done for females between the ages 18 to 69 at least once a year. The World Health Organization recommends that the doctor or nurse that is doing the examination remove the cells from the cervix and check for any abnormal cells, cancer, and the human papillomavirus, which causes cervical cancer. If females get regular tests, anything unusual or abnormal can be treated and seen in its early stages. The girls are being vaccinated before age 30 to reduce the risk of getting cervical cancer. Women tested early and girls vaccinated can help us end cervical cancer. Don't be afraid. It's a simple examination which will be over very soon. Come on, let's get tested.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, Please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
So you mentioned something about a lump.
Babe, I just felt something on the left side of your breast. Tell me if you feel it.
Do you do your self-breast examinations monthly?
No, I don't.
Well, women are supposed to examine their breasts once monthly. Let me show you how. When at home, you can check while standing in the shower or while lying down. Simply place a pillow under your right shoulder and your right arm behind your head. Using your left hand, move the pads of your fingers around your right breast, gently covering the entire breast area and armpit. Use light, medium, and firm pressure. Squeeze the nipple and check for discharge and lumps. I did find a lump in the upper left breast. I am not sure what this means. Therefore, I need to refer you to the DMO or you can see your private physician. The doctor is going to examine you and recommend an ultrasound or a mammogram. Listen, not every lump is cancer. 80 to 85% of the time, the lumps found are benign. That means they are non-cancerous. Lumps in the female breast or armpit can be non-cancerous tissue growth or fluid buildup, or a number of things that can present themselves at various times. But sometimes it's a sign of cancer. That is why I am referring you to see the doctor.
Okay, nurse. Thanks for your help.
And welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Nurses provide care, support, and treatment for the sick, the injured, and the dying and support their families and communities. They detect illness, administer medicines, assist in surgery, and perform a number of key roles. Nurses tend to be regulated to just support staff, but they have always been at the forefront of change in the healthcare and public health. While internationally there is a shortage of nurses, there is still a stereotype associated with males in this field. One of the tools used by the nurses, the stethoscope, just to remind you, it was invented by a black man. So in homage to Black History Month, I wear the stethoscope, and for the nurses as well. Today for the Youth Power segment, we introduce to you 3 nursing students who are enrolled in the University of the West Indies. All 3 are from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. We welcome Mikhail Powell, Devon Odor, and Tyreek Harris. 2 of you are from St. Kitts, and 1 of you is from Nevis, sorry. How was it growing up on the island, and why did you gentlemen choose to become nurses?
How is it in terms of nursing?
Well, explain to us which island you grew up on, and why did you choose the field of nursing?
Well, I'm from Nevis, and my reason for choosing nursing is quite personal. It's in regards to a family member of mine who died in Miami due to an understaffed nursing division. So I looked at my island of Nevis and saw similarities in terms of that, and I felt obligated.
That's a great reason, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great reason. I'm sorry for your loss, but definitely that something good comes out of it to motivate you. Great. Mikhail, what about you?
I chose nursing because when my grandma was sick, she was always at the hospital and she had diabetes. So sometimes when she was home, I had to help her administer the insulin. And so it was like already like instinct to like care. And I also always had a passion for medicine. So I was like, okay, how about I do nursing? Because I love kids, by the way. My mom was a preschool supervisor. So I was always with the kids. And so I was like, how about you put the two together, kids and nursing?
Another great reason. Tariq, you're up.
Well, I'm from St. Kitts, Parsons Village. I originally thought of doing in the healthcare system, and I chose nursing because, well, I lived with my grandmother for my whole life. She wasn't really a sick person. She was more or less younger than me. And
you're going to have to explain that, by the way, but keep going.
The age she died last year. She died at 91. And she was really young. Only I think because of COVID, because she couldn't be out more. I guess she just got down. So I guess that's the reason. But other than that, she used to be climbing, walking. She was really a young person, in all honesty. Always fun, the leftover party.
Climbing what?
Climbing trees. Honestly, she climbed our breadfruit tree whenever she wanted breadfruit, even if we were there.
What?
Yeah.
So Granny was really younger than you, indeed.
You don't know if you climb trees.
I'm just saying, Granny climbing trees at that age.
And also, when I was young, I always used to be tending to my family members, like my brothers.
Okay.
Like, if they got sick, I would always be on the phone and know my pediatrician's number. And I'd be calling him, asking what to do, and he'd tell me, and I'd just be tending to my brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 great reasons for you to become nurses, 3 personal reasons. The question now is, because nursing in St. Kitts and Nevis tends to be a female-dominated field, the decision that you faced in going into it, were you prepared for any level of discrimination, and did that come your way? And if so, how did you deal with that? Devania, you first.
Honestly, in my experience, I have dealt with some of it. I remember this incident while I was going at the market with my mom, and someone there stopped my mom and asked me, because they read an article on me that was done in Nevis, and they said, why would I want to become a nurse? They literally stopped me and my mom right in the middle of the market and asked me these questions. And she was furious, of course, but I tried not to let it discourage me from doing what I want to do, and I push forward every day.
Good for you.
That's good.
Okay.
At first, when I first started the course, a few people found out I was in nursing, and they were like, but you're a male. And I was like, it's not a problem, because if you check like the first world countries like the US and the UK, there's a lot of them. And a few years back, my mom went to Trinidad for something, and one of her nurses who were always there were actually a male.
All right. So you saw that it was possible to be done. No objections from you. I'm really proud of you guys, by the way. Eric?
Well, I honestly haven't had any discrimination in becoming a nurse. Okay. Most of the people around me are mostly supportive. They see it as a good job and a good profession. So they were actually supportive and happy for me to become a nurse. Most of them were saying that I could take care of them when they get older.
That's good. That's very.
So the program that you guys are in at the University of the West Indies, can we safely say that there are more females enrolled than males?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So tell me, what are you gentlemen are going to do to encourage more males to enter this field?
No pressure, right?
Anyone? Ivana?
What are you going to do?
Oh, Mikhail, he's passing the book on. We have an order established, and he's passing the book to you. All right.
Well, seeing as we're the second batch, there's one male ahead of us. Yeah. We're the second batch.
Just one. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's better now. 2 more. Proud of you guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Seeing as how we're the second batch, we could reach out to those who are interested in it, we could maybe sit down and have a talk with them, try to encourage them to enroll.
Sounds good. All right, don't go away, guys. We'll be back in a moment to continue this conversation with the male nurses that we're so very proud of. Stay tuned.
Very proud of you guys.
So you mentioned something about Poland.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We will continue our discussion with Malik, Devanio, Devanio and Tyreek. Before we left for the commercial break, we were talking about the amount of males to females enrolled, and we realized that you guys have, I would say, broken the record and added 2 extra males to the part.
Yeah.
So, good, kudos, good for you guys, and congrats. Keep pushing, huh? Don't give up, make us proud.
Wait.
No pressure, right? Keep saying. No, your energy is so infectious, and I think that you've inspired a lot of us here in the studio, and I'm pretty sure that you've continued to inspire, well, you have inspired our viewers as well. In terms of your studies, what we want to know now is, what has that experience been like? What are some of the things that you were learning that perhaps you didn't learn before? You know, the high points, maybe even some of the difficult points. Should we resume the order that we had before, Devanio?
Yeah,
Sure. Okay.
Well, for me is the fact that the first nurses were actually males. It wasn't until the Second World War where females took a stand and made it a female thing. That's where this comes from.
Discrimination.
Yes.
Them not knowing that originally it
was male who started nursing.
That's good information to have.
Yeah.
Interesting. What about you, Mikhail?
Well, we usually have a lot of highs. Like at first, our first time wearing our actual nursing uniform, the clinical uniform, like we were all happy and stuff. And the first time we have a simulation lab up at the campus. So that was the first day in the lab. We were like really excited because there's simulation patients and stuff that we could practice with. But the lows, I would say, is the usual lows of like going to university with assignments and exams.
Yeah, there are lows indeed. Tyreek, what about you?
Well, I mean, the highs will just be about, well, just a good feeling of having somebody know that they'll be taken care of. Like ever since I've been to the clinical area at the hospital, it's been good to know that people are happy that I am there to take care of them and can trust that I'll provide holistic care. But from the lows can be sometimes battling with the personal issues and the school, like juggling them. But I think we manage well.
Yeah, it seems that way indeed.
So nurses, when you complete your studies, where's your first choice to go and work?
Oh, my first choice? I'll be staying in Nevis actually for a bit.
Good stuff. We need you.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I hope to go to JNF.
Oh.
preferably maybe the surgical ward or operating theater, or my favorite, pediatrics.
Oh, yes.
Because you love children, you said, yeah.
The kids, Harry?
I personally like journal. I would personally like to be on either medical or surgical, even operating theater. I would really like to be in surgery.
And I forgot to ask, I heard you said you were proud putting on the uniform. What color is the male uniform?
It's a white and black.
Oh, it's white and black. Oh, so you guys still maintain some of the white?
Okay,
okay, good stuff, good stuff.
You're going to have to send us some pictures of those uniforms. Because unfortunately, we don't have them either. Because we don't have a lot of male nurses. And so, yeah, please send us a bit of the photos, okay? Sure. Alrighty. You don't even have my address. How are you going to send it? All right.
I have your number.
Okay, well, even better.
See that?
All right. So, what are your views on the recruitment and training of nurses by larger countries? I know that you said you're going to stay here and work here first. Just what are your views on that? Do you think that it's beneficial? Do you have any issues with that? Or is that something that you'd like to pursue, your further studies away, recruitment away, eventually?
Eventually? Yeah, I do think I'd like to go and explore the world for a bit. I do plan after I finish my amount of years in Nevis. I'm hoping to go to Canada first because I just like the country.
Canada, okay.
So that's just me. And then we'll see what life takes me from there.
Yeah, you're young, so the possibilities are limitless.
Yeah.
Mikhail.
Well, after finishing my years at JNF, at the wards, I hope to maybe go abroad and experience like more in-depth, more critical patients and stuff, because the cases out there can be more, how do you say, exotic. So I hopefully plan to do that and maybe become a travel nurse in the pediatric field.
Great. All right.
Well, after a few years at JNF, I would like to travel, because I do love to travel. And the first place I'd like to go to the UK.
Oh, he's going to the UK.
I'd like to experience some new cultures and also travel to some other countries, maybe like Siberia, Canada as well, and some places in the US. And while doing all of that, I would also like to aim for getting a DNP, a Doctorate of Nursing Practice, which is the highest level a nurse can go, while doing those jobs.
Well, we're going to take another break. Good information to have. We'll be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN, and the nurses will be right here with us. Great.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Nurses is the topic of discussion today. And there is a shortage of nurses internationally, so we're going to take a look at a video from Johnson and Johnson, and we're going to provide some commentary on it. More so, I want to get your feedback on it, so here we go.
What is it?
It's you.
It's me? All right, Emma, I know it's not your favorite, but it's time for your medicine, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Emma, Emma, Bobemma, banana, fana, fofemma, fee, fi, fofemma, Emma. Very good, sweetie. How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah, you did a really good job, okay? Let's go back to drawing.
Sorry, yes. Yeah, we're so eager to talk about nurses and two male nurses, so here we go. So we just looked at that video, and obviously we saw some nurturing in it. What were your thoughts when you saw that video?
For me, it was really interesting. He found a way to not make the injection scary for the child, and to show that it's not a hard process. He was there with the child. He was doing it together. He was singing along, making it easy, getting her mind off it. So that right there, I'd call it good nursing.
All right. And the one who really cares about children, Mikhail.
Yeah, I found that it was a really good video because it shows that nursing is not more of a career or a job. It's more of like a passion because as with a kid, you have to be really caring because they're still in their growing stage. So he found a way to, as Devania said, to distract or to comfort the child as he administered the medication.
Yeah, really good.
Tyree?
Well, for me, it really shows like how nursing is an art and a science, and how we can build a therapeutic relationship with our clients, which we can build over time of them staying at the hospital, and really showing that we care, which helps ease their mind, and showing them that nurses really and truly are always there for you. No matter the time, they are here.
That's a very good statement, and you're absolutely right, because I think I too have overlooked nurses and their presence in preference of other practitioners. But you're absolutely right. Nurses are always there. Where would we be without nurses? Yeah. So true.
And I also like the fact that it was a male nurse. So big up to the male nurses up here.
I've actually been saying that a lot today.
Yeah. That was my takeaway from it. So male nurse, and he did a great job. It shows that he can care as much as we normally connote that a woman nurse may care better. It just shows that the male nurse has the equal ability to do the same.
I think you're impressing her, guys. That's what she's saying, okay?
They are.
Right, so what we want to know now in your own words, and you might have said some of it before, but as we break here, what do you think are some of the essential qualities of nursing, and therefore who should be entering that profession in your estimation?
Some essential key factors you need while entering nursing. You need to know that it's more than just a profession. It's a way of life, and as you enter it, you have to be committed to that way of life.
Mikhail?
With nursing, it's, how would you say, it's a caring profession. You can't enter it and not know how to care and be there for somebody, because it's when a patient is at their lowest and you have to try and bring them up, not just in the health aspect, but in the mental aspect. So I would say you have to be a caring and dedicated person.
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned before, nursing is an art and a science. So I would think it's essential for you to know stuff like biology and chemistry in doing nursing, and as an art, you don't always do things that are scientific. So like maybe dressing a wound, patching up a wound with gauze and band-aids. I think there's an art. If you want to show an artistic side of that, you can. You can be innovative in nursing, and you don't always be at the bedside. You are also managing your staff and your patients. So I think if you are creative and would like to incorporate stuff that will help uplift patients while taking care of them, this is a job for you. It's an easy pick.
I see Tyreek is already thinking of being head nurse. You realize that?
I think they all are. They're just keeping it on the wraps. All right, well, guys, I want to say again, you are really impressive. I thank you for sharing your stories with us, and thank you for entering this profession that is really your calling. And thank you for your commitment to St. Kitts and Nevis in the healthcare system. It's a pleasure meeting you, seeing you again in the case of Mikhail. Pleasure meeting the rest of you. We'll be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
I'm here to say kids, Nevis, you don't know for us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface or the places you go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, furlough, sanitize, observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Me family fitting boat and you. Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kittitian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love think it's bad. Easy no man.
All right, I'm checking the time here, and apparently it's time for us to loosen up. So, preparation for our upcoming guests, we'll be sharing some of our fond memories from our school years. Why is there an assumption that school was fun? That's built into that, isn't it? There is that assumption that, hey, you really had a good time in school. Did you have a good time in school?
I did.
Okay, well, that works.
We had your own little thing. You remember when we had to paint our classrooms?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But I did it a couple of times, so yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that was fun because we had to draw art at the back. And in my classroom, listen to this funny thing, right? We had a picture of Malcolm X with a saying of Martin Luther King, I have a dream. And we swore it was Malcolm X that said that. No.
Until you found out differently.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wait, are we supposed to do this? Yeah, I remember the mural that was painted in the back of the class, but as I'm listening to you, I'm like, yeah, Picasso, of course you're going to own the art. All right, so favorite teachers.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Ooh, this is like I don't know, it's like a death trap, isn't it? Because you start
3.
naming and listing, and it's like, uh-oh, but wait, I didn't listen. They're listening, and they're like,
Well, I have 4.
Okay, I had everyone. Everyone who ever taught me, you're my favorite, but I'll only mention a few. How about that? That's the safest answer. So, yes, there was a particular teacher by the name of, well, there were two actually. Marsha Basu, when I started Basu Junior High. I was in her homeroom class. And I tell you, she was a great history teacher. Glenville Byron, same experience with him. Excellent history teacher who read the book. Well, from his lips. He didn't read the book. That's what I'm saying. He read it, internalized it, and every time he came to class, he didn't need to look at any script. And we were always engaged for about 75 minutes every single time. So that was good. Yeah, that's mine for now. I'll come back to it later. But what about yours?
My favorite teacher, Miss Basu, as you mentioned, Miss Gums, Tony Frederick.
You were taught by Tony?
History.
We're going to share notes on that because this is really interesting. No,
Venetia Williams and Mr. Paul.
Of course, Paul. Yeah, he didn't teach me, but I engaged with him, so I know.
And Mr. Rogers too.
Very lively.
Yeah.
Tony, are you watching this right now? Tony, you taught Kortensia?
He did.
Back in 2001, when I was volunteering at a particular media house. I was actually introduced to media, news, and all these things by Tony Frederick and by Bacchus. So this is really interesting that she taught you.
Yeah, she taught us history.
Hey, Radio Mom, how are you doing? All right, favorite subject.
Principles of business and probably history.
Yeah, history. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that thinks that history should be left in the past.
Miss Frederick made it fun. No, Miss Frederick actually made it fun. Yeah, I actually enjoyed history.
Yeah, no, Miss Vassy would cringe if she heard me say that. So I'm just joking around. All right. Yeah, speaking of the other one, the favorite teacher, there was a teacher that I had by the name of Miss James. And I think everybody remembered her. She's no longer with us, unfortunately.
That used to be my neighbor. Daniel's mom, right?
Yes, Daniel's mom.
Oh.
Listen, that lady, impeccable character, great teaching skills. All right.
And I find the teachers back then, they were quite elegant because Miss Basu was very elegant. Miss James was always nicely dressed. Yeah, the teachers back then were nice.
And here's what I have to say about the Bastu Junior High School. It is the proverbial fountain of youth. Returning some 20-something years after the teachers have not aged, if they're still working there. All right, so favorite subject for me, would I say that I had a favorite subject? Spanish. I wouldn't say that English was my favorite subject. English was just easier. But I liked Spanish a lot. Were you a part of the cool kids? Hello, what do you expect us to say to that? Were you a part of the cool kids? Just say yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie, no.
Oh, come on.
I was what wasn't cool to be back then, yeah.
Really?
That was me.
Okay, I don't think I ever looked at the, well, if I had to look at it, I'm like, cool kids or not, I'd probably come down the line of the not cool kid, but then I was also that kid that didn't care. I think you were smart
of the cool kid smart bunch, because they had a bunch of you that was smart.
Sure? Do you
that ended up, he was my high school prefect. Yeah, he was my prefect when he was in 5th form. You just see him coming across the field with his backpack all the way low, full of books. And he'd be like, okay, the prefect's coming.
Yeah, we talked about the backpack full of books indeed, didn't we? Yeah, those painful days. All right, have you ever been kicked out of class and why? Boy, I think I have a memory of that. And I think I was kicked out of class, although they're not allowed to do that anymore, I think. But I think I was kicked out of class for not submitting my homework.
I was kicked out of class for coming back late. If my mom, well, I can't get licks now, so now my mom knows.
Oh, come on, you never
I would leave the house religiously early to get back to school every day, but I waited on a friend that came from the village.
Sorry, Mom.
So we got back late, and then every single day we jumped the fence. Yeah.
So you're going to be one of those who's jumping fences at 91. Just saying, you got practice. You got practice.
Just like Tyreek's grandma.
Yeah. Punishments for bad behavior. I'm like, if you're late, you're gonna get garbage duty, because that's what they used to do to us. If you happen to get into the school at about 8:40, it's like, you're not gonna go to your class. You're gonna pick up all the trash around for like 20 minutes, and it's like, oh my God. Kids today have it so good.
You were lucky we got licks, because when Mr. Vaughn found out about me and Dwayne's jumping up the fence, he would go and wait behind the fence for us. As soon as we reach over there, we get lashed.
Thank you, Mr. Vaughn. Yeah. Look at her now. That being said, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their... These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies, and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. Two girl a look me, but me know in that big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cook today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't call me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me go!
Let go what? Yeah, let's see what really happen. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492. Special Victims Unit 662-7077. Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. The maxim of Jichin Funakoshi, who is considered the father of modern karate, said, "You never attack first in karate." This is because it focuses on self-defense only.
The world karate is a combination of two kanji letters of Chinese characters, kara meaning empty and ti meaning hand. So if this Japanese martial art was to be described in one phrase, that would be empty hand. Thus, karate focuses on the development of defensive and counter-attacking body movements. Today, we warmly welcome two members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Karate Federation, President Clement Johnson and student Jordan Hewlett. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk about the foundation here. When was it established?
Officially, it established in, I think it was like 2017. Yeah, but before, of course, I was doing karate from since a good long time.
Good long time.
A good long time.
Now we know. So can you give us some more information as to how it became established and even why?
Okay, well, as you know, we used to teach together.
Yes.
So when I came back from Cuba, because that's where I learned my karate style, I actually started to bring karate forth in Washington, in the club system. And from the club system, we started to grow, and then we started to link with the other karate groups in the island to start first a federation, an association, then a federation. The reason for that is because in St. Kitts, karate is not really seen as a sport. So you see track and field, you see football, you see every other thing, but when you tell a parent, send you to karate, no, too much violence, we want them fighting. Send your girl karate, no, she going dancing. So, we're trying to make karate be seen that it's a normal sport, like every and anybody could join, and it also have rules like point system, just like any other sport.
Okay. So what are some of the achievements of your organization thus far?
Achievements, okay. Well, we did represent in the International Pan American Karate Championships. We did that in 2017. And the same year before COVID strike, we went to the International New York Open Karate Championship, which I participated in 2 others. And I won gold in fighting, and I got silver in farm scatter.
Wow, that's incredible.
Huh?
That's incredible. And I know that you're dedicated from personal experience, but that's incredible. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And that was done so that I can help to spread it, so at least outside world could know that somewhere in this small little tiny island, a little bit of karate here.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, I want to know about your experience as part of this organization as well.
Sure. What questions do you have?
Well, first of all, why karate? Although Johnson's going to be looking at me like, what do you mean, why karate?
Well, growing up, I played a lot of fighting games. So for me personally, fighting was always something I wanted to get into and learn how to do properly. So I used to do taekwondo at first when I was going to primary school to the first little bit of high school. And then after a while I dropped out because they weren't doing as much that I wanted. A lot of the fighting wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But then one of these days I was like, fourth farm. I saw Johnson out there with some people that I know. I was like, hey, what's going on out here? I saw swords and stuff. I'm like, okay, this looks pretty interesting. So I was out there observing. And he was telling me, just ask Johnson a question. And me being socially awkward, I was like, do just ask him, can I join? What's the thing? So, observing, Johnson was telling me, just join the class, $30-something. Join the class, and that's where we've been.
Fighting with swords.
Yes, sir.
It was wooden swords.
Because I just wanted to know if it was real sword.
No, I got children playing with stuff that
you
can cut
can't
the
give
head
a
off.
student a sharp
It made
blade.
it look so exciting that we actually thought it was like, oh my God, the shiny things that they
Yes,
pull out in the
once you
movies?
see them, you will think they are that. But then, they're not real, they're wood.
Oh, so they look that way.
Yeah, because they paint and design.
So they're deceived.
No, they're not deceived, because if you switch the sword to a matchup, they could do the same thing.
You're learning the moves, and that's exactly what Jordan wanted. So you got what you wanted, right, Jordan? Kind of
More than what I
wanted. All right.
We notice karate is a predominantly striking sport. What are some of the striking moves you can show us here today?
Oh, you want to see them already?
Of course.
Oh, well, no, apparently we'll get that later.
Okay,
yes, we'll get that later.
Yeah, because we're going to need a little space.
But if you know what was going on when she was anticipating your arrival, she was in the studio showing me her moves. I mean,
See,
she
I wear
said
my karate
she was
pants.
dressed
I like
for
that.
it.
So then yeah, you will attack me, and what happened?
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. No swords here. All right.
Remember, it's called empty hand.
Oh, gotcha.
Karate.
Got you.
Empty hand.
The one time it's good to be broke, right? As the president of the federation, Clement, how did you receive your training?
Oh, well, as I told you, I left St. Kitts in 2000, and I went there to study electrical engineering. And while I was up there, noticed I see some guys out on in a baseball field. Mm-hmm. And I see them out there, they're trying box and they're trying kick and they're looking because they look like kickboxing. Then when I went to this, I know this is karate. I said, karate? I see karate in St. Kitts and they nothing like this. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is what I really want. Mm-hmm. So then I started to link with them, and that was in my prep year. So when I went to the career year, later on that same year, I was like, I didn't have nothing to worry about because in the studies, sports is part of it, and karate was my sport.
Oh, okay.
So while I was up there, I was able to study electrical engineering, practice, and even teach karate up there among the peers.
And you came back here and you were doing both at Washi.
You check. You got it. So when I actually participated in tournaments up there too. So I had to, represent my university. Yeah, so trust me, if you all go through the pages that we have on Facebook and stuff, you'll see all the old pictures and fresh pictures up to date with it. You know what I'm saying? With the young.
Well, before we go to the break, why don't you tell us what the Facebook page is?
Okay, so I actually have two Facebook pages. We have the St. Kitts Nevis Karate Federation. That's what we use for a lot of national stuff. And we have the St. Kitts Nevis Shito-ryu karate page, which is what my shirt is saying here.
Oh, okay. Yes, got it. Thank you. So we'll be back in a moment to continue this conversation. Don't go anywhere. Good morning, SKN in a flash.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
So nurse, what now?
Let me explain. I'm going to put your feet in these 2-meter stands called stirrups. Your legs will be open, then I will insert my fingers into your vagina and make a check. After that, I'll insert this. When that is inside of you and open up, I can see your cervix better. Then I will use these other devices to help me remove the cells from your cervix and check for the cancer and the HPV. Just relax. It will be over very soon.
Nurse, that wasn't so bad. I thought it would have been very painful.
I am glad your first experience was a good one.
So, when will I get the results?
The results usually return in 3 weeks. You have to come back here to the health center and I will explain. If there's anything abnormal, I will make a referral to your gynecologist.
Okay. Can I get the HPV vaccine my daughter got?
No, I'm sorry, you cannot. The World Health Organization and Pan American Health Organization did a lot of research and found out after persons are sexually active, the vaccine does not work as well.
So what's the best way to prevent me from dying from this HPV?
Just what you did this morning. Early and yearly screening for the HPV virus and checking for changes in the cervix with the pap test.
How do they know they're not sick?
I know, it's really sad. In 2014, 1 in 4 women in St. Kitts and Nevis were tested positive for one high-risk type of HPV. And in the last 10 years, the number of women with cervical cancer has increased.
See what I mean? But it's good that you could get the pap test, the HPV vaccine, and the breast checks all at the same time.
Yes, share what you've learned with your family and friends. We in the Ministry of Health are encouraging women to come and have these tests done every year because cervical cancer can be effectively treated if detected and diagnosed early. So let's both do our part. It's time to end cervical cancer.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are joined by, delightfully so, members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Karate Federation, President Clement Johnson, and Secretary Jordan Hewlett.
No, John is not the secretary, one of my students. The secretary was able to make it.
That is so true. And I knew that, I don't know why I must have been
because
eager to meet the secretary. And the secretary, who should be here, by the way. So yeah, that's what it was. You disappointed me. Anyway, we're moving on. but I'm not disappointed to meet you, Jordan. So they're now going to demonstrate some basic karate moves for us. All right.
All right. My friend here, my student, he will demonstrate some basic punching and some basic kicking. Then afterwards, we'll have this lady attack me and see what happened to her.
Oh my God, all because I wore my karate pants?
Attack.
Well, it's for a reason, you know?
Okay, all right.
That's it.
All right, can you move, give him a little space so I can take the center stage?
Tell him go on.
Basic punch, 1, 2, bang, bang, bang.
So tell me which one to demonstrate.
Okay, do the 1, 2, the ice circle, and then Johnson kicks.
Well, then you gotta explain to them what the moves are.
Of course, of course. I'll explain accordingly what he's basically doing. He's gonna do some basic attacks. First with the hands, and then with the feet, and then a combination of hands and feet together. All right? Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so a normal technique is the
1, 2.
Right, we 1, 2. Throw a punch here. Then you throw the second punch with
That's
your...
called Maikozuki, Jakuzuki in Japanese.
Microsoft.
Here.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now in local tongue we'll say Mike Tyson and Jack the Ripper.
Ah, I like that.
So that you can remember that. What is Jack? And this Mike? Mike and Jack. That's just for you to remember how to put it back in Japanese.
Okay.
Alright, show them some leg techniques.
Okay, the roundhouse kick.
That kick will knock you out.
Front kick.
If you catch you in the chin, you're sleeping.
Oh my God.
Side kick.
That will send you across the room.
Spinning.
Yeah. Ooh! Good catch! Good catch! That was a tornado. That was a spinning tornado. And you see how dangerous it is. It took away the mic.
Don't do this.
Just hold it and...
And someone else's feet, probably. All right.
At this time, now let's call that lady on board. Oh, what? She got a kick. That's good. No, she just threw a kick, right? I'm going to show you how to deal with that kick. Show that kick again. Okay, look at me. Try to kick more like that. Like you're trying to push me down.
So straight?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Karate.
You didn't know, look at the camera, I just knocked you out.
You just knocked me out?
Yes, I did.
So I mean, what's the song? No.
It's all right. All right, no. Something basic. No, say for example, she's trying to choke me. Come here. Yeah, and I'm dying, people, I'm dying. Look at this. Okay.
I swore I'm dead now.
All right, so that was me defending myself from choke. No, that same move can be used. For example, say, nice young lady, beautiful woman walking down the street, and somebody see her and they want to grab her. Like, where you going? So I'm gonna be the lady for now. Grab my hand nice and tight, like you want me going away.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Simple. Rotate, release. You wanna try it?
Oh my God.
Use your wrists.
Oh, my wrist?
Yeah. Now look for where the tongue is. If the tongue is in, you rotate in towards the tongue, and then you release.
Okay.
Let's try that again. You see? It worked.
Karate.
Yeah, karate. It's obviously self-defense. You notice what happened? We will use it after all attacks. We did not attack first because we don't want to have it that people is bullying people or taking advantage of people. So you use it to defend yourself.
So do you encourage kids to use these moves in school?
Of course not.
Okay.
And we never had any complaint of none of our 5 to 12 using those moves in school.
Okay.
We even had a student that people attack and she was like, no, Johnson said no. It's only for self-defense, so she just leave them. And I have students that have actually said they cannot handle my power, so I won't even.
But why do we learn karate though?
I'm here to control you mentally and physically in terms of the physical aspect of it. Come on, you build a great biceps, nice muscle, flexibility, nice kicks, and it looks good.
Okay.
And in terms of the self-discipline, you notice you'll be like, I'm a little too dangerous to be messing with certain people, so even if they're trying to hurt me, it's my last resort.
I'll control myself.
Yes.
Okay. Got that. So I enjoy this demonstration. It's just luck that I'm always wearing something that works.
That's smart.
Like karate.
Okay, yeah. Well, to come back and say this.
Well, we can come back just to say. Oh, we've got a few moments left. So, have you learned anything from
Yes.
your beatdown?
I think I had a beat down. I learned something. So if anybody grabs my hand, be prepared. My hand is coming out.
I ain't grabbing your hand, don't worry. I ain't grabbing your hand, don't worry. So,
You're afraid of the moves? Are you afraid of the moves?
all I know is I'm glad that you got the education of seeing Johnson work, so I know it's well deserved, right?
So can you tell our viewing audience where they can find you?
Oh, well.
And if they're interested in joining, how they can join?
That's easy. For those who are interested, Mondays and Wednesdays I'm at Victoria Road Community Center from 5 to 7. We actually take children from age 5 and up. We have people in our group up to 46 years old. So we take adults too. And we take male and female. It's not a one-sided thing.
Sport, yeah.
So when you all do check on the Facebook pages, you will see that there are little girls, little boys, and big adult men and women.
So what's the name of your Facebook page?
St. Kitts Nevis Karate Federation, St. Kitts Nevis Shito-Ryu Karate Association.
Thank you so much for coming. Great demonstration. I know Jordan had a good time.
Yes, everybody had a good time. Well, she enjoyed it.
Kortensia dressed for the occasion, and she got schooled royally, but that's fine. She now knows how to defend herself. Thank you again. More Good Morning SKN in a moment, guys. Stay tuned.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission. If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. For this segment, for 5 decades, Tropical Shipping has delivered the most reliable and complete cargo transportation services in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Every Tropical Shipping does every value they stand for. Every course of action they take is intended to deliver the highest level of service to their customers.
Recently, Tropical Shipping went outside of its shipping expertise into the education field. It awarded scholarships to 10 of the top grade 6 performers around the island. And today we welcome Abigail Keynes, leader, assistant manager at Tropical Shipping, to tell us more about this initiative. Welcome, Abigail.
Good morning.
All right, so it is the 7th anniversary of Tropical Shipping, of the Tropical Shipping Scholarship. Can you tell us why your company saw the need to invest in education in this way?
Tropical shipping policy is centered around our youth in our communities. So what we look for is youth and educational development programs. So wherever we can channel our funds, our resources, we look to that, and so we push ourselves to assist the children of our federation.
In grade 6?
Not just grade 6, because we have also donated to the children home. We did it also at the New Horizons. And so whatever we can do to assist the youths of our federation, we push ourselves to do that.
I have to ask, why did you choose grade 6?
Okay, so in 2017, Tropical allotted a specified sum of money to all the Caribbean islands. And so each island was tasked with the idea of coming up with your initiative as to how you can channel that fund. So the St. Kitts office, we brainstormed and we realized, hey, we're always giving to the top students. So instead of just looking for top students per se, we decided we're going to give it to academically inclined students who are in need of financial assistance. So we are not just looking for bright students. We're looking for students who would actually accept and use the funds that we are giving them.
Well, that's a very good way for Tropical Shipping to pay it forward. So awesome indeed. 10 students were awarded the scholarship this year, and the question is, well, it's not always been 10.
No, correct. It has, no. In 2017, we awarded 4 students. As a matter of fact, those 4 students will be graduating from high school this year. And so we look forward to see the achievement on their graduation day. So in 2017, we awarded 4. 2018, we stepped it up to 8. 2019, 8. In 2020, we had COVID-19, so there was no scholarship award. But we awarded 3 of our former students with laptops and accessories.
So you touched on the selection process a bit earlier. As you said, you do not have to be high in your academics to receive a scholarship. Is there any other criteria that students need to receive the scholarship?
The main criteria is that the student should be in a government primary school. It must be a government primary school. So the selection process, basically, we send an application form to the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education disseminates that form to all the primary schools. And each school should submit 2 names. So once we receive the listing from Ministry of Education, then we have a selection committee that will go through all the forms that we would have received, and then we pick out the most desirable students. Once we pick those students, then we go back to Ministry of Education and we inform them, these are the students who were selected, and between ourselves and the Ministry of Education, we do the presentation.
That sounds like a lot of work, but it's rewarding work. What are the names of this year's students, and which schools did they go to?
This year's students, I don't know all of them name offhand.
Well, it's 10, so.
Because it's 10 of them, but let me see, there's Ziniqua, Jacoy, Adriel, Stephanie, Azanaya. So many of them, but I don't remember all of them.
You're doing well,
to be
trust me.
honest. To be honest, I don't remember the 10 of them names.
If I had a scholarship to give you for recollection, you'll get it. All right, so don't go away. We'll be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment to continue this conversation. Stay tuned, everyone.
If you want, I have their names in my phone.
Stay tuned.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies, and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16, and your daughter at 13. So y'all look me, but me no in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank. Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
All right, so welcome back to Good Morning SKN, and in the studio with us we have Abigail Keynes-Leader, Assistant Manager at Tropical Shipping. And we got the names of the students during the break. I know that you tried to recall, and you did really well. I said I would give you a scholarship if I could for that. But we actually have the full list of the students who were awarded this year. And yeah, we'll attempt to give you their names now. So Jacoy Rapsat, Adriel Langley, Zanika Liebert, Orsani Pemberton, Tashiam Woodley, Odessa Dunrod, Kortensia Williams, Ayanaya Johnson, Stephanie Kawal, and Ikalia Maynard. I think that's what it is. So congratulations to all of you.
Deserving 10.
All right, deserving 10. Oh man, you're good today. Deserving 10 indeed. All right, so Abigail, what does the scholarship package include?
So the scholarship package is actually gift vouchers in the form of $250 US, which can be used at two of our local distributors, which is School Apex and Sun Island Close. So the students take these certificates to these two places and they use as they go. There is no expiry date for this year because we got the information late. So these students have already purchased their uniform and books for first form. So we did not put an expiry date for this year, bearing in mind that last year would have already passed, and so they have up until this year, next year, to use that same certificate.
Well, that was very thoughtful.
But usually, students have up until December of the particular year to use that certificate.
Thoughtful indeed.
So this program was inaugurated in 2017. How many students have made you proud at the CXC level thus far?
Well, at the CXC level, there is one particular student. Her name is Yishma Keda Maccabee. She's from the Sadler Secondary Primary School, and she actually got a 1 in maths, and she was in 4th form.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
So she will be doing exams this year again, and so we look forward to see what she will bring back to us.
That's good, making Tropical proud, and I see one of our lovely producers over there rejoicing. I will not call a name. Oksana, you go, girl.
You said you would not. I love the lie on television. I love the lie. Do you see that? It's logged. Anyway, Abigail, what can you tell us about Tropical Shipping in general?
Tropical Shipping is one of the leading companies in the Caribbean. Our priority is putting people first. So we have a vessel that comes in every week. I'm not too sure if you see it out on the water, but every Tuesday morning, we are on time like a clock. So you look across the ocean and you will see us there.
Time like a clock.
You go into the supermarkets and you will see the fresh fruits and vegetables. Think of Tropical.
Thank you, Tropical.
You can look around St. Kitts, anything you can think of. Tropical get it here for you. So big or small, we do it all at Tropical Shipping.
I like that. We did do it all.
That's gonna linger on my mind, you know. Big or small, we do it all. Love it.
So Abigail, in closing, what would you say to students who have the potential to win a Tropical, a scholarship from Tropical?
Well, what I would say to the students is work hard, do your best, and make sure that you go to school. School can be challenging at times, but once you put your mind to it, you can achieve it. And so at Tropical Shipping, we look for academically inclined and those who are in financial need.
Well, you've been viewing the Pay It Forward segment of Good Morning SKN, and we've been talking with Abigail all about Tropical Shipping Scholarship and all about Tropical, because they do it all. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your initiative. All the best to you and Tropical Shipping.
And thank you for inviting us as well. We accept the opportunity, and we wish all the students that were awarded this year great success in their future endeavors.
Absolutely.
Thank you again.
Abigail. More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and, most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same, because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
Yeah. I know we can make it. It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be one kind, yeah. One people. We are roll up to roll up, yeah. 'Cause no man's alone. Do what's right, 'cause I love love you. Brother, my sister. And we're in this together, my sister, my brother. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up to roll out.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. My mouth is watering as I'm saying that to you, and you will quickly learn why. Popcorn is one of the most popular snacks. And did you catch that? Popcorn is one of the most popular snacks.
Pop?
P-O-P for pop, right? So, Island Poppers is a local popcorn business that caters to all our popcorn cravings. All of their popcorn is handmade and popped fresh for daily retail. Island Poppers offers a variety of flavors ranging from sweet to savory. They invite their customers to pop on by their pop-up shops in various locations around the island to get some, and I will add this, popcorn. All right, so today we have the pleasure of welcoming Island Poppers Assistant Manager Natty Rollins to Good Morning SKN. Good morning, Natty.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and not just because my mouth is watering based on what I see in front of me.
Yes.
Let's start talking about your business. Why go into the popcorn business in the first place? And secondly, how long has Island Poppers been operating?
Island Poppers has been in operation for 2 years. And the popcorn business, because there was a need for flavor. You know, we have the local, regular, salty popcorn, but it was a void, so we wanted to fill the void, and it's been received really, really, really well.
Well, you're right, it was a void, because when you said that, I'm like, yeah, that's the only kind of popcorn typically that I would know, but then I see so many varieties.
Yes.
I have a question. I realize
Island Popper popped up during the pandemic. Was the pandemic a push behind you starting the business as well?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was there before. It was supposed to be, later on, but it was just kind of, pushed out there a little bit quicker.
Yes, something that you had to do, so it came out of that need, and that's good.
I discovered it during the pandemic. That's why I asked that question. I never knew it existed before. As she said, all I knew about was the salted popcorn.
That's right.
Oh, great time to discover, great time to launch. You're getting discovered, all right? All right, so everyone loves Island Poppers based on what I know. I think, I have family members who buy this and they're like, this is so good, So, was the business an instant success?
I mean, I wouldn't say instant, but it caught on really, really quickly. And ever since that, it's a hit.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, it's been growing and, getting bigger, getting better.
In the bio before, you mentioned that you pop your popcorn daily, right? So
Yes.
can you share your preparation process with us?
Well, I mean, other than popping the kernels, it's a secret.
See, I thought it, but we were trying anyway, right?
Lips are sealed.
Lips are sealed.
As well,
Water.
how do you manage all these flavors every day? Is it a tedious task or is it just an easy task since now you're like professional at
Yes,
it?
it's already done every day. We have, say, between 5 and 7 flavors daily. It's not always the same flavor. We have
the flavor changes daily?
Yes.
I didn't realize because I try not to eat my favorites daily.
Yes.
Okay.
It's changed daily.
Okay.
We have like 4 base flavors that we have every day. You can come and get it. And then we have like 2 or 3 others that we mix in there throughout the week.
So you got variety at Island Poppers.
Yes.
And we're going to be sampling that variety after the break. More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
We can't wait.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. I'm speaking because Kortensia's mouth is watering, so she can't get the words out. We are joined by Nadia Williams, the assistant manager of Island Poppers, who will now indulge our taste buds with flavorful popcorn. And before we do that, we are going to do the responsible thing because we don't want the, what is the coronavirus version of Lucine? The officer. We're being safe.
Oh my God.
We're being safe for the road.
Yes, we're being safe for the road.
Taste test
Oh
that lies
my
ahead. All right. So what are the flavors that we'll be sampling now?
Okay, so this one is caramel, cheddar cheese, sweet and salty, which is the favorite, and garlic parmesan.
Okay. So which one are you going to try first, Jamie?
I gotta ask, do you have a favorite?
My favorite would be the garlic parmesan. I'm more of the savory type.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like you have something in common with Kortensia. Right?
But my favorite is sweet and salty, and the most popular flavor, as she mentioned.
Oh, really?
That's right.
That's the most popular flavor.
Yeah,
So you're
that's
one
the
of
most popular
You're one
flavor.
of the cool kids now that you've
Yeah,
been
I'm cool kids. I'm a cool
I'm
adult.
gonna try this one. I'm gonna try this one. This one was what you said again?
Cheddar.
Cheddar. Okay,
Mhm.
guys, I'm trying cheddar. If you haven't had it,
I'm
just
gonna
to
try
judge
this
from
one since
the
I know
reaction
that
on my
one.
face when I taste it. Absolutely delicious. I'm a cheese lover, by the way. If you haven't figured
How
it
do you
out.
come up with the flavors?
The scientists in the production team, they're the ones that come up with the
Oh,
flavors.
so there's a science behind popcorn too?
Of course.
Wow.
You can't just put any old thing out there in the market.
Okay.
There's a
So when the scientists come up with the flavor, do you guys have
taste test? Yes, we have taste testing.
Anything like this?
Before we put it out there. Before we put it on the market, you know?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we know what the most popular flavor is because you said that. What's the second most popular flavor?
I would think with the crowd, with the customers, is caramel.
Oh, really?
I would think caramel.
Okay. Well, I want to sample that because I've not. Have you sampled the caramel?
No, I have not.
Ladies first, please.
So
I'm
can
holding
you-
it up for you. Yeah, there you go. You sampled caramel. What do you think about that?
Good.
Uh-huh.
See, I would want to know how they maintain the crunch, but I guess that's a secret too. See?
Your
lips are sealed.
Yes.
Exactly. She
lips are
keeps trying
sealed.
though, doesn't she?
Yes, yes,
All right,
yes.
Island Poppers. We're talking all about this today. We got great flavors here.
Yeah.
So, in addition to these three, can you remind us what the other flavors are? You said there were 7, correct?
No, there's oh my
There's
goodness.
more.
Oh.
There's more.
Yes.
Plenty. See, she's
Okay.
holding her head too many.
There is
Wow.
plenty.
Wow.
Plenty. Cookies and cream, strawberry, oh my goodness, green apple. You know, we
Yeah,
have
see, green
jalapeno. We have
I gotta try that.
oh my goodness, we have so many. But they're not available every day, like I said. You know, we will take
Right,
the
different
flavors,
days.
we shuffle the flavors.
So how would we know what flavor is on sale on what day?
We have the menu, you know, we have a broadcast. We send it out every day. We send it out on Facebook. We send it out on WhatsApp. We send it out on Instagram.
Okay,
So
so
it's
how do I
really-
find you on Facebook and on Instagram?
On Facebook, look at Island Poppers.
Uh-huh.
Instagram is Island Poppers, I guess.
Okay, and then great. And then you can
Yeah,
call it.
and you should find the menu there.
Awesome.
Or if you want to be added to the broadcast to make sure you get the broadcast and the flavors, so just give us a number, give the business phone a call or message, and we add you to the broadcast.
Here's a follow-up question for you. Do you do kiddies parties?
I do.
My best Mr. Bean imitation.
I do. Yes.
That's one of my favorite.
We do kiddies parties, we do weddings, we do baby showers, we do, oh my goodness, we do it all.
Oh, so you
We do
personalize the
private-
bags?
Yes.
Okay, lovely,
We do
lovely,
private
lovely.
parties, we do it all. We do it.
So do
Wow.
you add anything else to your bags besides popcorn?
Yes, if you have a kiddies party, we have a variety of, offers that we have. We have a $3 bag that's basically the size that we had here. That's just the flavor. You choose the flavor that you want. It's a 20 minimum. We have a $4 bag. It's a personalized sticker on it with the design, with the happy whatever the situation is, Valentine's birthday, whatever, baby shower. And then we have a $5 cup.
Oh.
That's also personalized with a sticker.
Okay, so the cup can be used after the popcorn has been eaten. Okay,
Yeah, you can
good
make a
stuff.
smoothie and, shove it in there.
Multi-purpose, right?
Yes.
All right. So where are you located? What are some of the locations?
Okay, so we are located at Pond Road, her favorite location.
Right across from me.
And in Neville's parking lot. We also have around the island delivery.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
From Monday to Saturday, around the island.
Guys, you hear that, right?
Is delivery free though?
It depends on if you're in the free
zone
area.
Where's that?
Yes, if you're in your free zone. Well, Bastia is free. If you head into Frigate Bay, it's until you meet the ATM.
That's right in Sugar's complex.
Yes, after that is free. I think to Boyd's it's free. After that you have to pay.
Okay.
In St. Peter's area, after the ATM, you have to pay.
Okay.
And in the countryside, I think after Honey Keys,
okay.
then you have to pay.
And so your payment rate for zones outside of that?
Just $5.
Just $5. Not
Just
bad.
$5.
All right, so there you go, guys.
Only $5.
Island Poppers is, what do I say, making the island pop?
Yeah.
Making the island
and
pop.
they pop up.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
we got
Yeah.
it. We got it. Well, Nadia, thank you for coming.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for coming and engaging our taste buds with everything that Island Poppers has to offer. I'm going to eat as we go to this break. So we'll be back in a moment, guys. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for popping in.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Now, time for the final segment of today's show. This is where we let you know what is happening.
Final segment already? Say it ain't
know.
so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't.
All right, so what's happening? First thing on the list is that it's a beach workout. There is a beach workout. Two things that we should love, the beach and working out, right?
Yep.
So Thrive, a wellness program for the Ross University Veterinary School of Medicine, is hosting a beach workout. Thrive is an RUSVM, that's Ross University School of Veterinary Medicine wellness program that is committed to the overall health and wellness of the entire RUSVM community, including students, faculty, staff, and administration. So join Storm on the beach tomorrow, Saturday, February 19th at 7:30 p.m. It's the evening, ladies. The night, ladies and gentlemen. Night, right? 7:30 p.m. Great. Friday. Friday night at the beach. On the sand right between Timothy Beach Hotel and Mr. X's. This session will include a fun body weight workout in partnership with Limega Fit, bringing the music and good vibes. Oh, I can't think of a better way to spend a Friday night.
But I normally see them on Friday nights playing volleyball, either between Inans and what is it called? Inans and Boozies, or further between Zanzi and Chinchillas. Those are the two locations I normally see them at.
But I tell you, can't wait. You guys heading there on Friday night? Let us know if you do. Take a picture, send it to us. We want to see you work out. Maybe we'll be there.
Picasso, look at this. Picasso,
not you again.
Picasso. Paint and eat. Paint brunch. Did you notice the play on the words? Paint brunch instead of paint brush. Anyway, on Sunday, February the 20th, starting at 10:30 a.m., paint and party with Miss Sue. Miss Sue, Miss Sue, Miss Sue.
She's back.
The Harvest Hideaway and Julie Dionbe will be having a paint brunch, yes, not paintbrush, paint brunch at Turtle Beach. The brunch will include luscious Belgian waffles. Oh my God, my mouth is watering even. With all toppings, fresh local fruits and veggies, egg bake, and delicious mimosas made with fresh local juices. The painting will be the Southeast Peninsula, so they'll be looking over at us. Carry your bathing suit and make a day of it. Message Julie at Harvest Hideaway for reservations.
Why do you all do this to us, though? They're making us talk about food and it's not in front of us. Luckily, I have my popcorn.
We have our popcorn still. We have
Not
our
the same,
popcorn.
but hey, great.
We have our popcorn.
Miss Sue's at it again. That's great. So that's your favorite part, right? Painting.
Yeah, Picasso.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I might try it out one of these days. After talking about Miss Sue for a while, I'm
See,
gonna be
food.
inclined to meet
Extra
Miss Sue.
food. You like
there you go.
pasta?
Oh, not again. Where is the food, though? I think every time that we call something with food, we need, our helper from yesterday's show to come and bring it in. Where are you, helper? Are you here? Unlimited Pasta Fest. All right. So Royal St. Kitts Hotel is having an Unlimited Pasta Fest today, February 18th at 5 p.m. So you can enjoy unlimited refills if you purchase any one of their promotional pastas. These pastas include fish scampi, vegetable pesto pasta, butter pasta, or house Mariana with spaghetti or penne sauce. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm not a chef. Which all cost penne ice. Okay, so I got it there.
You got
faking
it.
it till I make it. Which all cost US $20. So there will also be a gluten-free option available, and
So
this
no one
offer
is
is
left
valid.
out.
Yeah, the offer is valid. Get this, only today. So it's today and today only. Let's go and see that price again. Can we see that? Yes, great. So it's US $20. So 5 p.m. today, and there's a gluten-free option. So there you go.
Yeah, so no
That's
one's
it.
left out. No
one's left out at all.
No one's left out. Oh, we are monitoring the turtles. Wow. The St. Kitts Turtle Monitoring Network benefit of SKTMN in collaboration with Miss Sue. Miss Sue
goes
just
again.
famous, huh? Will be hosting an event at Michael's Burger, no dogs, tomorrow, Saturday, the 19th February, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. The subject of the painting will be Caden. Caden will be rescued by the St. Kitts Turtle Monitoring Network. He was found stranded on the beach in Nevis, wrapped in fishing nets. Aww. And he could have died. The net had wrapped so tightly around his front flipper that it cut through the muscle and bone. Oh, sorry, Caden. The SKTMN rescued him and had to amputate the flipper to save his life. But we're happy to report that today Caden is living his best life and is currently visiting the coast of Africa. He's gone far. Wow. For this one, Caden will be pre-drawn on a canvas to help you create a painting you'll be proud of.
Uh-huh.
So are we going?
Yeah, so we're continuing.
So please consider coming out to help support these heroes. The foundation depends on donation to carry out their much-needed work. You need to register in advance by emailing them at skturtles@gmail.com. Once again, you need to email to register in advance. So you can email them at skturtles@gmail.com.
I don't know what's going on between yesterday with Mr. Clark's interview, Living Your Best Life, and figuring out that Caden, who's also an amputee, is having fun off the coast of Africa.
Look at the
I
correlation.
mean, it's inspirational, I tell you.
I know.
When are
He's
we
gone
going to
far though.
Africa?
Like an eagle, but not like an eagle, like a fish. He's from Africa. Look at that. He rose above his adversity. He can still swim.
Listen, all I want to know is when we're going to take Good Morning SKN to Africa for that week that we have planned
Wink,
somewhere
wink.
in the budget. I'm playing around, by the way, but you never know, right? You put it out there, you might get it.
Put it out.
I know someone's listening, so at some point, we
Write
might
the vision, make
we
it
might hit the
plain.
Ivory Coast or something.
So thank you for joining us today. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including
Instagram. I always get the IG, right? The Instagram. That's right. I checked Twitter out. Yeah, Twitter, we're there too. Snapchat and even TikTok at Studio 327 Inc. Like, subscribe, and follow us. I gotta tell you, you guys, you're watching us now. You know that we're on Facebook as well. You know that we're on YouTube as well. So, hey, come on. Like, subscribe, follow, leave us a comment. Do whatever you can to let us know that you're actually
Don't miss the
out
content.
there. Yeah, you're out there and you're listening to us. And if you have something to say, for instance, if you want to tell us what topics or guests you'd like to see us interview next or deal with next, then hey, leave a comment there. We are everywhere. We're everywhere. Available to you at Studio 327 Inc. That's the handle. So, yeah. And by the way, yes, while I'm on it, This is Friday. It's the weekend. Yeah, you have time to take those photos that I've been asking for of the sunrise.
And tell us what's in your cup. What's in your cup? We have not.
I don't think it's safe to ask what's in your cup on the weekend.
It stays in your cup, but we still need to know.
I don't. It stays in your.
Yeah, we still need
Kortensia
to
wants
know.
to get into your personal life. She wants to know what's in your cup. All I want to know is what the sun looks like where you are. So you decide which of those things you want to do, right? You send them to us at Studio327 Inc.
Yep.
All right. And that being said, it is Friday. So unfortunately, we're not going to see you tomorrow morning at 8.
Or Sunday morning at 8.
Deep down, we're sad that we're not going to see you tomorrow.
Our hearts are breaking.
We're so very sad. You should see the head shaking here. It's like, oh, I wish tomorrow was another work day. No one says that ever. Anyway, we're going to see you on Monday at 8 when you start your mornings with us right here
on Good Morning SKN.
Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.
Ciao.